What's poppin', guys? So it's noname4505, as you can already tell, which you might not be able to tell because of wow, this is oh my god, this is terrible. But anyways, yeah, new mic arrived. The quality should be crisp and clear. Still messing around with things though, so it might not be up to perfection, but we shall see. Oh, alright, I need to quit. So anyways, like I said, Smogon Tour action. This is X and Y, and I'm playing user Crossfire 2021. I have no idea who he is, but you know, you can never underestimate people. And this is, I just said this was X and Y. Alright, this is ORAS, and I'm using the team that my boy Finch passed me. So I don't even remember what it is. I know it's like EV Torn and like Specs Killed. I know it's kind of weird because it didn't have a Scarfer, but you don't necessarily need a Scarfer in ORAS. Like, because things are fat and also fast, like Torn T and all that good stuff. But yeah, we're just gonna, I have no idea what happens in this game, by the way, even though I played it, but I don't remember what happens, and I'm not gonna bother looking it up because I don't really give a shit about ORAS. So I'm gonna go ahead and hop right into it. So I lead with Venusaur. Oh yeah. I was a baller out here, so I'm like, okay, Brilliums and ORAS are like sashed like 9 out of 10 times. Although apparently the Life Orb ones are starting to make a comeback, and since Bird Spam is like not a thing as much anymore, like even the Toxic Orb ones are starting to make a resurgence, but still most of them are Focus Sash ones. Plus, like I said, my opponent was a random, so I didn't know how much of an innovator he would be. So I live with Venusaur. And then he leads with Lander, so I'm like, I gotta get out of there. Torn T is a pretty safe check to Lando. Unfortunately, this one doesn't have Heat Wave, but I have HP Fire, make a Venusaur. So I go out to this, I'm like, alright, I can sleep something for free. But nope, that doesn't happen. And I'm max speed Heatran, if I remember correctly, so I'm just going to be able to take a BP. I don't want my Venusaur getting too weakened to help deal with his Breloom. I go for the Magma Storm. I don't miss because I'm amazing. And now this Lottie's trapped, and I don't really need Heatran too healthy. So I think that getting rid of Lottie and allowing my my Keldeo to come through will be a lot better because Thundurus is kind of easy to wear down. So this is Taunt, Magma Storm, Toxic, and I think Earth Power or whatever. But anyways, Latias is gonna die. And like his team is healthy, so it's like even if he has Healing Wish, it doesn't really matter. So I just go out to Torn because I can take whatever he wants to go for, and he just ends up going for a Psyshock, but I can almost get all that back through Regenerator. And then at this point, I'm just gonna fodder off Heatran because, like I said, I don't really think I need it anymore, and I just kind of want to see what like stuff this Thundy has. So yeah, I'm just gonna Sludge Bomb right there to hit Thundurus, if that's a thing, but I mean, I know he's Life Orb, so I'm weakening that down. And then Breloom should be pretty easy to beat, and I don't end up having to put anything to sleep, so that's really good. And yeah, Lando comes in, but Torn checks us really well, and again, 70% accurate move, I don't miss, and he hits himself a Confusion. That's not, let me pause this real quick, that's not anything wrong with his Pokemon. That's just because my Pokemon are so intimidating. Like, we trained very hard in the mountains continuously. Like, my Pokemon have a special bond. Even though they're a simulator, even though they're theoretically just zeros and ones, we all have very, very tight bond. They're my only friends. And Lando just hit itself because he did not want to obey his trainer. He saw how well trained my Pokemon were, how disciplined, just how much better my mons were, and it wanted to be on my team. It wanted to be my Lando, so it hit itself in Confusion. So yeah, I'm just gonna go for knockoff right there, just because like it would have taken out Lando there, I believe, and it's a fairly accurate move. And I mean, Bisharp comes in, but then it loses Black Glasses, and unless it's running Psycho Cut Innovation, it can't touch my Keldeo. So I mean, I lose my specs, but it doesn't really matter too much. Especially because I still have my Mega Venusaur that's pretty healthy, and I can put something to sleep. So I'm just going to pivot out to Clef right there, and because that's Life Orb Thundy, that's kind of bad, but I can go to Venu right there, and I can try and put it to sleep. and then I just go for HP Fire to take out Lando. And I think he sacked his Lando, but all I need to do is just go for HP Fire right here, and then Torn plus like Life Orb can deal with Thundy right there. Plus, like, he's not even trying to set up on me. Like, he's not trying to put that type of pressure on me. So Mega Venu can just kind of handle it right there. So that was a pretty solid game. You know what? I'm out here right now. I'm gonna go ahead and do the next game. I'm gonna go ahead and do 2 for 1 right now, just because this is a very powerful microphone. I think it's very powerful, at least. So GG Crossfire 2021, and we're gonna pop over to the next one. I believe this is the next one. I hope this is the next one. Alright, you know what? No, this is round 2. This is round 2. So I'm using the same team because this is like the only ORAS team that I have right now. I'm facing someone with a little bit of innovation right there. Another Breloom, but this team deals with Breloom pretty well because, like I said, it has the Mega Venu, and I also have like Torn and Clef and stuff. So Breloom really isn't a problem, but he has the Jolteon, which is very interesting. I don't know why you wouldn't use Thunderous T in today's metagame, but Jolteon is fast, or Mega Manectric, but Jolteon's an interesting choice. And Arcanine actually isn't that bad. It's not that good. Like, I don't know what the viability rankings say, but I would imagine it'd be like C minus, because it's basically, I would imagine it to be like a worse Victini in OU, but it has like Intimidate, which makes it kind of viable. That's what I would imagine Arcanine to do, plus Extreme Speed. So he's got a little bit of innovation there, but we'll see how it goes. So I'm going to lead up with Torn right there, as he ends up leading with Ferrothorn. I don't remember why I led with Torn. I think maybe the U-turn break sash and try and like bait him into things. But he led off with Ferrothorn, and again, because I don't have Heat Wave, this is bad. I'm thinking about putting Heat Wave over Superpower and then investing a little bit more into a special attack. I don't know. But this Arcanine is actually a problem because it's Life Orb Arcanine, and I thought it would be bulky. And he burns me and does a lot of damage too, which isn't good. But I get up Rocks, and Rocks really bone his team, so that was my objective there with Clefable. Clefable, like, is pretty useless in this matchup unless I get up Rocks. So I just need, well, I mean, not unless, but that's like its main purpose because it's Rocks Clef. So that was what I wanted to do. He gets Rocks up on me, but I really don't care because my only thing that is bothered by the Rocks is Torn. So he has Breloom there, and Venusaur like destroys Breloom's life. So I go for Sludge Bomb right there because I didn't think he would. I gave this guy too much credit, like, essentially. I thought that maybe he would go to Arcanine to scout for HP Fire, but that's not the case. But he does make a solid play right there by not Mega Evolving. And I go for Sleep Powder right there again. I'm trying to catch this Arcanine here on the switch, but it's not really working. I think maybe I tried to catch Altaria too, I don't remember. I think it's Arcanine though. But I just go for HP Fire because I'm just like, fuck it. This dude isn't, like, he's not making plays. And I think he thinks that he's safe to stay in, so I just take him out with HP Fire. And Arcanine comes in, and I just sack Clefable because, like I said, Clefable is not going to be doing too much to me. And unfortunately, Torn, you gotta take one for the team as Lucario takes me out. But I have Lando at good health, so I think like Extreme Speed does like 40%, I think. And Earth Power plus, I think I have Sludge Wave, so Earth Power plus Sludge Wave like ravages his team. Nope, I have Psychic, but Psychic takes him out nonetheless. And then Jolteon's gonna come in, and I don't really want to catch an HP Ice. So I just sack Keldeo because I'm low. Like, I'm low enough to where either I die to that or I get picked off by Extreme Speed. So that's just the most optimal play there, and then I can just start going for Earth Powers, and I'm timid, so I should be able to outspeed him anyway and just clean up. But even if that's not the case, he makes an interesting play and just sacks his Lucario right there. And then that specs Jolteon, and it actually does a surprising amount, so I don't know, but at the end of the day, I just take him out. So those are my first 2 games. Not exactly versus the best opponents, but what I want to do this Smogon Tour is try and upload all the games that I had from the weeks where I ended up going the farthest. So like week 1 I got to round 5, I believe. So I'm going to upload all the games from that run, and then week 2 I only got to round 3. and I played really bad round 2 because I don't know. I just don't feel like I just used like a 5-minute team, and then I just got kind of busy. Didn't really feel like playing black white for some reason, because normally I like black white, but I just really wasn't feeling it that week. So I just decided that, you know what, 2 points is good enough, because in Smogon Tour you really only need to average like 4 points a week. Like usually if you get above 30 points, you're good. So 4 times 9 is 36. So if I just slack off week 2 and then I try and get up to 5 points in a couple more weeks, I should be good to get that average of 4 points a week, because 5 and 2 is 7. 7 divided by 2 is 3.5. So I'm a little slacking at the moment, but like I said, if I have another good week this week in DPP where I get 5 points again at least this week, then I should be good. So the black-white games will all be kind of shitty, and actually all these X-white games are kind of shitty too, because they're all against meh opponents. And then the last game I get ravaged by fucking extra shine, dude. Alright, but I'm not trying to spoil. I just spoiled everything. But you'll see those 2 games in 2 other videos, and then the black-white games will be their own videos. So yeah, I hope this was mainly just for the quality and getting the Smogon Tour train back in gear. So yeah, I hope you all enjoy and everything, and peace. Also, PO World Cup game should be coming pretty soon, so expect that too. And later.